The first 1 year, 1 month.
A sweep!
Melvin Manhoef now watching. Putting that hook down. Oh,
The bloodthirsty finishes of this chain dog ain't for the faint of heart.
This round, 35 seconds. Oh, the big command!
Melvin Manhoef has become a celebrated scalp collector whose fights leave no one indifferent. He may have been smaller in size compared to his opponents, but in every bout he hunted them down, striking fear not only into his opponents but their loved ones as well. Even those who were unbreakable fell from his deadly touches. The Dutch mini Tyson was driven by a thirst for torturous punishment on his opponents, and in the euphoric rush of violence, he would sometimes disregard the rules.
Tune up. The first 1 year, 1 month.
A sweep!
Get ready to dive into the story of the most aggressive fighter of the 21st century, Melvin Manhoef, aka No Mercy. This is Boxing Game. Here we go. On the last day of 2008, during K1's collaboration with Dream at the Dynamite 2008 Kickboxing and MMA Festival, fate pitted Manhoef against his toughest challenge yet, Mark Hunt. The legendary New Zealand powerhouse was known for his death blows and unbreakable chin. Hunt, in his signature style, began hunting for Manhoef's head, only to be met with a volcanic eruption of punishment from his opponent. In just 20 seconds, Manhoef mercilessly sent the world's most dangerous chubster into another dimension, adding yet another legend to his scalp collection. Back in 2006, Manhoef reached the pinnacle of both MMA and kickboxing simultaneously, instilling terror in his opponents on two fronts. After winning the Cage Rage Championship, the Dutch fighter defended his title against the intimidating tough guy, Evangelista Cyborg Santos, a man who'd survived many wars and even a high-profile marriage with Chris Cyborg. To Santos, Manhoef's aura of danger had no effect.
And it starts.
From the opening bell, the Warriors tossed their game plans aside and dove into a wild, all-out meat grinder, essentially performing a brutal plastic surgery on each other.
Here we go, folks. Cyborg needs to be careful there because Melvin will capitalize on that.
That was inside left into the body again, ducking under.
The combinations of strikes, both guys are not hitting. This is a 2 foot from one another and they're swinging.
Somebody's going down. Somebody's going down, and look like Cyborg landed.
Melvin, big right.
This is what the crowd and what he did against Anthony Ria.
Guard up with his hands that low.
Melvin got him good with that right hand. Melvin got him again with the right hand. Melvin coming forward, Cyborg.
At one point, the Brazilian Cyborg managed to seize both the initiative and Manhoef's leg with a painful hold, but Manhoef's willpower was untouchable, and he broke free from the deadly trap.
Cyborg looking for the takedown.
And he gets it. If time runs out, it's going to be a tragedy. Oh, saved by the... Well, he didn't have...
Once the Cyborg had exhausted the last drops of his energy,
I've got to be honest, Rob. I think he's playing the game. Cyborg needs one good knee or one good punch.
No, he's got nothing left in the tank, guys.
Oh, what an uppercut as well.
Manhoef decided the time had come. He unleashed a carnival of torture on the Brazilian, completely breaking him down. In the end, the chain dog went completely berserk, mercilessly tormenting and obliterating the Cyborg, serving the audience a golden classic of absolute violence.
This is unbelievable, both guys, nothing left. Look at wow!
The crowd is on its feet.
This is a world light heavyweight title fight, guys.
Look at haymakers aplenty.
Oh, big kick. Melvin with a big left, and a right, and a left, and a right. He sinks Cyborg. Cyborg on his back.
Unbelievable.
The rest pulled it.
Unbelievable. Melvin Manhoef has pulled it out. Cyborg doesn't realize it's over.
At At the turn of the millennium, young Manhoef clashed in the ring with Finnish Viking, Mika Ilman. Even back then, Manhoef stayed true to his aggressive nature as the chain dog managed to force his opponent out of his own corner.
Oh dear, now this shows something. Melvin Manhoef wearing the red glove.
As soon as the bell rang, the merciless fighter didn't waste a moment aiming for his opponent's bald head.
Even though he's not really tall for the heavyweights.
With one savage left, Manhoef publicly executed his target and sent him straight to the hospital, declaring to the world that a new threat had arrived.
Moving about, watching. Good left hook there. Oh, what a punch. What a punch that was. One punch, knockout power, left hook by Melvin Manhoef. Now look at that. Look.
And in the next bout, Manhoef made his opponent's mom cry and pray for her son. Melvin had a showdown in the ring with a Japanese TV star, Yoshihiro Akiyama, aka Sexyama. Akiyama was a judo master with a devastating strike. But the wild beast wasn't fazed. Treating his opponent like mere prey, Manhoef launched into a ruthless tearing up of the poor guy right after the bell. Watching his son suffer, Akiyama's mom couldn't hold back tears in the stands. Then Manhoef executed an amplitude-defying throw of monstrous power. However, the Japanese judoka, seeing his mother's tears, decided to fight on until the end. Manhoef made a fatal mistake by engaging in the element of the Japanese fighter, who seized his chance and the Dutchman's arm. In the end, Melvin unexpectedly got a taste of bitter defeat in the spectacular fight. A year later, it was time for Melvin's return to kickboxing. Standing in his way was the fierce giant from Poland, Paul Slowinski, whose fights have become eternal K1 classics.
How much is it going to help? KO coming in. He's got the daziness right now. Andy, what do you think? Oh, there it is. And there short left hook.
With an eye-catching walkout, Manhoef already secured the bonus for best performance of the evening, but the bout turned even more dramatic.
In the semi-finals, he had an amazing 17 fights.
Slowinski decided to play to his size, swinging his arms and legs from a safe distance.
3 weeks later was in a dream ring, fighting. Say, when can I fight? When is my next fight? That's all you want to know.
Doesn't put a count on him. Slowinski thought about the round kick and looked to switch it.
Yet, the Dutchman, used to fighting big guys, found a loophole in his opponent's technique and delivered an emergency ass-whooping to Slowinski.
Oh, nice left hook from Melvin. Tasted the power.
He's dealing with the height advantage by explosiveness. He comes in, 1, 2, 3, out.
Body shot from Melvin and swung upstairs, looking for the headache maker. Finds the right hand again. Leaping left hook. Oh, smack bang with a kiss.
Under the pressure of the chain dog, Slowinski became the underdog, and within moments, Manhoef made his opponent lose touch with reality, cementing his title as a killing machine.
Doing the chicken dance. Here comes Melvin. Here comes the pain. The Muay Thai knee.
Melvin smells blood, and when Melvin smells blood, that's not a good thing because until the bell rings.
Still a long time to go in this round. 35 seconds. Oh, the big kibosh! The big kibosh! The big kibosh! It's all over. Melvin Manhoef has knocked out Paul Slowinski in 1 round.
In 2003, Melvin kicked off with a fight against his compatriot Bob Schrijber, a guy weighing 1.5 times more than him. This wild Dutch opponent, known for his explosive punches and dirty nature, earned the nickname Dirty Bob. Manhoef hated the scumbag so much he didn't even shake his hand. He was only thinking about sending Dirty Bob to MMA bottom.
And there we go.
The fight unfolded exactly as Melvin had scripted. It looked like a schoolyard beating of a fat bully.
Schrijber moving forward. Melvin Manhoef circling around the veteran. And they're down. There it is. High kick by Manhoef, who is now really showing that obviously we expected this to happen. The explosion, the fast fury of Manhoef now going full out. Problems there for Bob Schrijber. who is on the receiving end of kicks and punches. Incredible. Schrijber, now we know why. He really means business. Once again, Schrijber tries to go for the legs of Manhoef, but Manhoef much too fast. Hooks by Manhoef.
But realizing that surviving the honest way was impossible, Dirty Bob spat out his mouthguard, taking an illegal break and shifting the aggressive tempo of Melvin.
And it seems like the mouthpiece of Schrijber.
Schreiber's sneaky plan briefly worked as he used his weight to slam Manhoef, throwing punches left and right.
His only chance is here, on the floor. Full blows to the back of the head. Now Schrijber can go forward and try to... This is where Schrijber must fight. That's maybe a possibility. Throwing him to the floor, and now he Manhoef down to the floor, punching him in the face. Of course, you can see that Manhoef doesn't really...
In the end, Schreiber claimed a sensational, though far from clean, victory over Manhoef, a result that still sparks debate among fans.
And he's almost unconscious. I think there's a big problem there. It's out. It's over. The corner of Melvin Manhoef is very upset. And you see Bob Schrijber, the winner.
In the fall of 2006, Manhoef's close buddy, the legendary and equally aggressive Badr Hari, lost to Russian Ruslan Karaev with a filthy low kick to the head.
Pretty much that signed the seal for Graham, who got chopped out by Paul Slowinski in the semi-finals. A rapid-fire combination in the red corner, and the count's been put on Badr Hari. The simple gave to Karaev.
Shortly after, Manhoef and his friend got into a public brawl in the ring, prompting promoters, sensing big money, to quickly set up a scandalous showdown between Manhoef and Karaev. The Russian fighter, rightfully nicknamed Machine Gun for his ferocious fighting style. Charged at the Dutch Tyson immediately, armed with what could only be described as Russia's deadliest nuclear punches. But Manhoef didn't give a damn. He slammed one powerful blow that turned off the lights in the Russian's eyes, leaving Karaev unconscious for a long time.
Кончик выполнит кто? Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй! Что ты будешь делать? Руслан.
Despite the wild, aggressive aura of the chain dog, after the fight, Melvin even hugged his son with love, showing his softer side and respect for his fallen enemy.
Второй мой бой в K1, и мне это очень нравится.
Remy Bonjasky, the icon of aggression in kickboxing, staged his farewell fight at the end of 2017, facing off against his longtime nemesis. Dubbed the Flying Dutchman, Bonjasky earned his place among the GOATs of kickboxing with his masterpiece knockouts.
Кончится этот матч. Один, вот, да, я...
Бронза. Оп! Вот это! Готов к защите. Вот это да!
In the prologue of this blockbuster bout, the more experienced Bonjasky clinched a judge's decision victory in a fierce battle.
Хорошо подхватил ногу и тут же...
И вот тут же пошел в ММА.
Мелвин это заметил, несколько подготовку к спорту. Но это сделал неуклюже.
Then, before the final chapter of the showdown, thinking it would be an easy stroll, Bonjasky shamelessly mocked the short stature of his little opponent. But once the bell rang, his opponent's height didn't stop Melvin from slicing Remy up into a neat ratatouille with his razor-sharp punches. Next, the giant charged at Manhoef like an enraged bull, but no mercy, taking on the role of a matador, outplayed his overconfident foe. After that, Bonjasky, in search of that elusive fifth corner of the ring, realized he couldn't escape the furious Melvin and tried to hide behind the ropes. But Melvin eventually caught up with the insolent fighter, making the legendary kickboxer look like a pathetic punching bag and permanently re-educating the scumbag. In the end, Manhoef bowed out in style, leaving an eternal mark on kickboxing history. Violence, aggression, madness. This entire insane list is embodied by the legendary Melvin No Mercy Manhoef.
Уклончик выполнил. Ай-яй-яй-яй-яй-яй.
Good left hook there. Oh, what
We hope you enjoyed watching this video.
Tune up. The verge. 1 year. 1 month.
This was Boxing Game. See you soon.